Hi everyone! In this video I want to talk briefly about worker services in .NET, what they are and how they are different from a classic console application. Most of the time we need a small application without a user interface. Our first choice is a console app. It's simple, fast to create, and we all know how it works. And that's perfectly fine for a short task. Script or tool that start, do something, and then stop. But in .NET there is another option that many developers don't really use, the worker service. A worker service is designed for background work. It's meant to run for a long time, sometimes for the entire lifetime of the machine. So, when should we use a worker service instead of a console application? If your application needs to keep running, listen for events, process files, consume messages, or execute work every few minutes, then a worker service is usually the better choice. With a console app, you can do all of this, but you have to manage everything yourself. Startup, shutdown, cancellation, logging, and configuration. With a worker service, all of this is already there. And this is where the template, the .NET template, becomes really useful. When you create a worker service project, .NET gives you a ready-to-use base, logging, configuration, dependency injection, and a proper life cycle. You don't start from a blank file, you start from a solid foundation. In most cases, you need to add your logic, modify the worker class, and configure what your app should do. That's it. Another important point is deployment. Worker services are easy to run as a system services. They work well on Windows, but also on macOS and Linux. You can run them locally inside a container or as a background service managed by the operating system. In this example, I build a very simple file-based worker service. The worker just watches a folder on a file system. When a new file appears, it detects it and logs the event. There is no complex logic here. The goal is not the file processing itself, but to show how worker service stays alive and react to the events. The only configuration we changed is in the app settings.json, where we define the folder to watch and the file filter. Once the service starts, it runs in the background and waits. When a new file is added, it reacts automatically. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a comment. If this video was helpful to you, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.